Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey there, and welcome to Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, Plaza Cadillac, and Plaza Lincoln. And also, we have a new sponsor, Warner Family Sports Foundation. And we are here with Hope Prep Academy. We have Coach
Gillette,
and we have
Kelvin Akins.
welcome to Sports Hub. So I'm gonna dive in a little bit. I'm relaxed, comfortable. Let's start off with the student. You're sharp, man. You came with your tie and make me feel underdressed.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. But Coach, let's start off with you. I see that you all are on your third winning streak. How is that going with you all?
it's going pretty good. Players are starting to gel together. That's
Yeah.
the most important part.
So coming out of that third winning streak, and I know you all have a busy schedule coming up this week, how is that looking and anticipating? Because I know right now your mind is all over the place.
Yeah, right now my mind is really focused on the game this evening. So I don't know.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Hope Prep Academy. What brings you to Hope? I believe this is your first season.
Yes, this is my first season there.
Okay.
I called myself retiring back in February. Sitting around watching March Madness, I had to get back on the court.
So you came out of retirement.
Yes, I would say, yeah.
That's what I hear typically when someone is retired, they come out of it and it occupies their mind. So I'm seeing that you have a game of sports and you love basketball. So how long you been with basketball?
I've been coaching for over 40 years.
Wow. So you're really embedded.
Yes.
Give us a little background of your career.
I started coaching, give or take, around the age of 17, coaching 10 and under, 12 and under, and in between playing the game, just continue to grow. I coach middle school, elementary, and high school ball. And I did a quick little stint in junior college.
And that shows a passion, I'm sure, about who you are as an individual, because you have to have a heart for not only the sport that you coach, but also for the students.
Yes, sir.
So that just brings me to the point. How many players do you all have on your team at this?
Right now on our roster, we have 14 young men.
14, wow. And I know the gentleman, Calvin, sitting here with us as well, 6'2", and an 8th grader.
Yes.
And an 8th grader, that's I mean, you're setting the tone right now as an 8th grader. So what are your ambitions for him and also setting the tone for the rest of the team?
For him, I see a very bright future. If he keeps working hard the way that he is working, being an 8th grader, I see the future being very bright for this young man.
Yeah, I can tell, because when you say 6'2", and I was heard he was an 8th grader. Calvin, let's chime in a little bit. You look like you're a little shy. You're shy?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, we're on the court right now. You think you could take me one-on-one?
Yes.
I would love that. What brought you into basketball? What you like about?
I had a passion for it when I was like 2 years old. That's when I first dribbled the ball, and ever since then I just loved it. I just loved the game.
You love the game. You love the game. Do you do any outside on like your practices? How does that look? Do you just dribble the ball at all times while you sleep?
I wouldn't say while I'm asleep, but like when I'm in the house, yes.
Calvin, you mentioned that you started playing when you were 2. Give me a little background on how this all started.
I could say that Kobe Bryant was one of my biggest inspirations. Also, as well as Kevin Durant, just overall NBA players, college ball. Used to watch it a lot.
So you watched it a lot? Do you play a lot of video games when it comes to NBA Live and all that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, I'm sure that helped out a lot. And then also, you play over the summer as well with AAU, so you do a lot of traveling and...
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more of your skills when you're out with AAU to get to the season that you're preparing for, like right now. How did that look?
I say it was great traveling around the world. Yeah, to play ball with my team, it's exciting.
Coach, back to you and your team. What do you have scheduled for this upcoming week?
Well, this evening we have Davenport on Wednesday, Pippin Academy, and then Mount Vernon on Thursday.
Wow, so you have you got some heavy hitters coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure confidence, because if you come after this third streak that you all have, I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. So what are you, I know the game on Saturday, past Saturday that you all had, it was a really close game, but you all pulled it off. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We pulled it off. Okay. Like I said earlier, it's because the young men are starting to gel together and just a little bit more listening to what I'm asking them to do. And that's all they really have to do is concentrate on what the coaching staff is telling them to do. And they keep doing that, bright future for us.
So since you're new to Hope Prep, what is your vision for it?
My vision basically is just to get these young men ready to play the game, okay? If I may say, I'm not that concerned about the wins and losses right now. I'm more concerned about development of the players.
Right. And I'm sure off the court, that's a whole nother topic by itself. What are your looks when they're off the court? I'm sure you're still that father figure with them, because coaching is different when it's becoming the father figure. Shine a little light on that, because I'm always big to let folks know when you're coaching, you're a mentor. So you always have to set yourself apart and all this other good stuff. Take us behind the scenes, because I always be curious to know what be going on in the locker rooms when it's halftime or pregame and after game, just to have these conversations. So
that's a question for them.
Oh.
Because I'm more of a grandfather figure than a father figure.
Okay.
I would love to hear the answer from them.
Okay. Calvin, let's shine some light on that.
Tell us.
So before the game, right, and this is a candid conversation, because I always wonder, because you see them starting off on a great foot, but then when halftime come, it's like, what happened? Now you're down by 10. And I'm sure some things behind scene that we don't get to see, and you come off and you pull it off. How does that look?
Before the game, sometimes I would say, like, some kids on the team, they like to play around a little bit too much. During halftime, I guess, I don't know what it is, but when we just sit down, it's like some of the energy is just lost. So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah. And then, so if you're down by 10 or say 15 at halftime, what's that conversation like with coach? Because I'm sure coach say, put your head in the game, and I'm sure it's more. Or how's your players reacting to each other? Because I'm sure when you're a team, you have to feed off each other. I always tell folks, you feed off each other, you can tell the unity on the court and off the court. How that look in the locker room?
Sometimes, coach give us, like, a little talk. We go out, we keep our energy up, and we just feed off each other's energy.
Yeah, and I think that's important.
Sometimes it's a Bobby Knight Jr. thing.
That's what it is.
Sometimes it's a Bobby Knight Jr.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Right. Not from the father side, but from the grandpa side.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I think Hope has come a phenomenal ways, and I know you are setting a tone, and I'm looking and anticipating more from you all coming up. Anything else that you would like to say regarding your upcoming season? Because I know you have a road ahead of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all.
Only thing I have to say about that is if they continue to be a sponge, everything will work out just right.
Right. Yeah. And listen.
Yeah.
You say listen to coach. Well, I ain't gonna say grandpa, but listen to coach. Well, Calvin, is there anything that you would like to add?
I think we, like, on and off the court, we should keep our energy up. We should keep communicating on the court. And, yeah.
All right. Are you dunking on them out there?
Nah.
No, I believe you can. I'm sure you 6'2". Yeah, I'm sure you dunking out there. Looking forward to the rest of the season ahead. Yes. Kevin, we appreciate you stopping by the Sports Hub, and we're going to bring another player in.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back after this commercial.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Welcome back, and we have a new player with us. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
We have Khalil. He's the 8th grader at Hope Prep Academy. So, Khalil, tell us a little bit about what you do on the basketball court at Hope Prep.
Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me on this show. I appreciate the opportunity. On the court, I really just do whatever my coach says, Lock down on defense. If he tells me to go get a bucket, go get a bucket. Pass to my teammates, make the right reads. Just do what coach says, Be the captain on the team that I need to be the leader, and just, step down when I need to step down and be there when I need to be there.
Right. And as an eighth grader, and you say, listen to a coach, that says a lot, because nowadays they're like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I have the ball. Let me, be the ball call, in lack of a better word. Take us down this journey. How did you get into basketball?
Ever since I was 3 years old, I'm from Akron, Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. But, just LeBron and everything, and I've always looked up to him. So I started when I was 3. Just loved playing basketball. I had a little ball, little rubber ball, and a little hoop, and I just played it every day. And I just grew to love the game. Watching basketball, especially watching Cleveland play, and especially in 2016 when we won that championship. I knew ever since I picked up that basketball, like, this is what I wanted to do. So
yeah, you said something just a minute ago that you knew. So you play a lot of video games, I'm sure, like NBA Live and all that good stuff. Time to time. So that prepared you. So how does that look outside of school? Do you continue to practice, or do you get a group of friends and play a little street ball? How does that look?
It's really just every day, consistent work. Even on the weekends, I gotta put that work in. It's a constant thing. Yeah, sometimes I play video games from time to time, a little 2K, just to keep it fun. But it's really just training, whether it's ball handling, looking at film, shooting, practicing. It's just that. That's all it is.
Right. And I know, Coach, and just shift gears a little bit, because I know being on the court and off the court, the number one thing is, of course, safety. You don't want them to get injured or hurt themselves, because when you have key players, that could be challenging when you have them out playing street ball and things like that. And shout out to our proud sponsor, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. We don't want them to end up there, but if they have to, I mean, like, how do you prepare yourself for injuries?
Me, myself, I don't agree with them playing ball outside season, going to the gym or whatever, playground. I don't like that myself, because there is a chance that they may get hurt.
Right. And that brought me back to, like I said, you have to develop them on the court, but then you want them to continue to sharpen up their skills, but you want to make sure that they're doing it safe.
Yes.
So I think when you said that's picking up the ball or being around the house, just dribbling it around and all that good stuff, that's a safe environment.
Yes.
So I think that's very critical. Now, when you're on the court and you're having these practices, how does that look? Because when you're preparing for a game, you're already focused and you're already making sure that every student is out doing what they need to do. But then when you have an injured player that's your key player, how does that look? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, well, if they get injured, I do feel for them, of course, but if I may put it this way, it's next man up. I don't mean to sound bad about that, but it has to be the next man up. You look out for that injured player, make sure he's okay, and then we have to just keep going. The train has to keep going.
Yeah, and it's good that you said that, because that brings back to you being an eighth grader. You have a lot of room of development and growth. How does that look for you as an eighth grader?
Well, in rooms of development, I just work. It's a constant practice, constant work, and as an eighth grader playing with these big guys, it hurts from time to time. To have it on the floor, even going for a rebound, boxing out. But just on what you said, and that's it. Really, that's really it.
I'm gonna ask this anyways. You feel intimidated a little bit?
Actually, not at all. I've been playing up ever since I was little. Always played against older cousins, and that's how it started. So really, when there's a taller guy, I'm unfazed. I mean, yeah, you're bigger, you might be a little stronger, but it's not gonna faze me. I'm gonna try to get this ball. I'm try to win this game.
Yeah, that brings in that confidence level, because that shows that, I'm sure coach can see that. Wait a minute, I have an eighth grader out here versus my seniors. He's confident. Let me put him in more. So that says a lot. So
that's why he's a captain.
Oh, see, I'm glad you mentioned that, Coach. So you're the captain of the team.
Yes, sir.
Why? Now we're digging a little deeper. How does that look from a leadership perspective?
Well, especially in the beginning when Coach put it out as a captain, it's of course to other players on the team, higher classmen. I wouldn't say they had a problem, but maybe they misunderstood. But as Coach said, we're gelling with each other. We're getting into the groove, playing together, and I see a little bit more like if I can assist in a way, and it's kind of weird to see an eighth grader as a captain.
Right.
But, I mean, just what it is that, I got to just keep my role as a leader.
Absolutely.
And if I lead and they see that, then I'm doing my job.
That you said it well, because I think, you know, you have your upperclassmen probably feel intimidated. However, being an 8th grader, let's back up a little bit. When you came in, I was like, y'all sharp. I feel underdressed. Yeah. But that's what a leader does. You set yourself apart, and that's what you did by coming in today on your appearance. So that shows your leadership skills.
And I'm not the coach. I'm not bossing them around telling them what to do. But maybe if all I have to do is just, you know, go a little faster so that they can, you know, pushing them to their limit. That's what my role is.
Yeah, and that's good, because how, when you're getting prepared for a game, locker room talk after game, as the leader setting the tone, take us down that road real quick.
Well, at times I just, you know, I try to set myself apart. Maybe they'll see me and see what I'm doing. But I really just leave it in the hands of the coaches, you know. Like, I just leave it to them. Let them talk to the players, you know, just keep it. But I do what I need to do so that maybe if they see me, they start doing the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As a role model, because sometimes coaches not around, and of course, you know, just like us at home, you know, when we had parents, you know, when mom and dad not home, we're gonna do what we want to do. So I'm sure that's the same dynamic when coach not around. Yeah. How do you? I won't say discipline them, but how do you get their minds back in the game?
Well, you know, at times I just try to remind them what coach says. Again, like I said, just doing what I need to do. At the same time, you know, I try to guide them with a voice, you know, just tell them, hey, it's time to get back, time to lock in, you know. And at times, recently, they've been listening, you know. It's just been really good. And as we keep working together, you know, it's really been good. It really has.
Yeah. And I could tell it's been good because, like I stated, you all coming off a 3-game streak. Yes, that says a lot, because that momentum is there. Yes. And I'm looking forward to y'all have 3 games this upcoming week.
Yes, sir.
So what are your preparations right now to stay on that winning streak?
Just stay locked in the whole week, you know, keep listening to what coaches says, scouting reports, watch film, you know, stuff that we need to see, anything we can get, you know, keep training, work together, and just keep the chemistry up, you know. Let's get these 3 wins. Yeah, you know, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about beating these teams, getting wins, and coming back home with a win. You know.
Yeah, with a win. And like I stated before, with the team, when you look at them, you can tell the chemistry with the brotherhood. And I think that's the most important part. And as a leader, you're doing the job. So, Coach, how are you preparing the next set of leaders at Hope Prep?
Well, first of all, I like for them to understand that it's not just about basketball. What I'm trying to teach them is about life itself. Once they get out of the parents' house, how to carry themselves out there in the world. And so for the next leaders, I'm just looking forward to them just doing whatever acts of from the coach. And when they need to talk to their teammates, go out there, have no regrets, just go out there and talk to their teammates and take the lead.
All right, Coach, it was a pleasure having you on, and Captain for having you. Y'all are doing a phenomenal job, and thank you all for stopping by Sports Hub. All right, we'll be right back with Head of School, Michael Randolph.
Bring some holiday cheer to your garage during the Lincoln Wishlist event. Take advantage of special offers like 0 down and 0% APR for 48 months on our award-winning lineup of luxury SUVs. Or choose Lincoln incentives of $4,000 on Corsair and $6,000 on Nautilus, Motor Trend's 2025 SUV of the Year. We also have a wide selection of certified pre-owned with a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty and financing as low as 4.49%. Plaza Lincoln, across from the Leesburg Airport. Our drive to be the best starts with you.
All right, we're back with the head of school of Hope Prep, Mr. Michael Randolph. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's been good to see you.
Yes, thank you for stopping in. So let's dive in.
Yes, sir.
What's going on over there at Hope Prep?
Yes, sir. Well, first off, thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase 2 of our 8th grade scholar athletes that are starting for our varsity basketball team. I believe those are the only 2 8th grade male basketball players that are starting for a varsity team in Lake County. And that's such a unique opportunity that we have at Hope Preparatory Academy, just for all of our scholars as a K-12 school, to be able to really play up to their ability. So I know we are launching girls flag football as well. We'll have some middle school scholars that are going to make that team as well for the varsity team. So we're really excited for that opportunity to give all of our scholars the opportunity to explore that varsity option.
Right, and you said give them an opportunity. I was just blown away, by Khalil. He's a captain, 8th grader as a captain. How did y'all, decide or pick for him to be the captain at an 8th grade level?
Absolutely. Well, I'm so proud of Coach Gillette, our new basketball coach. We've really turned over the reins of the program to Coach Gillette. When he told me about it, I really wasn't surprised, because if you know Khalil, you know that he is just a hardworking young man. He is a humble young man. He's a hardworking young man, and he's driven by faith and by his work ethic as well. So his parents wouldn't have it any other way. So he really outworks the work. So just really proud of him, and just proud of his humility as well, because sometimes being a captain, especially as an 8th grader, you now worried about the humility coming into play. But he's really done an excellent job of being humble and really being that lead work. Again, he leads by example, and that's what I'm proud of by Khalil.
Right, and when I was talking with him, I said, "You shy?" He was like, "No." So that's I should have known right then, but not to my surprise, because his demeanor, how he came up sharp, ready, it just shows the effort and work that you all are doing over there at Hope Prep. Now, tell me, what are some exciting things? Because I heard some things are coming down the pike.
Absolutely. Well, we are very excited, one, to start our girls flag football team. So we are very blessed to have received a grant from the NFL to start our girls flag football team. So we will be competing in the spring this year. We have 10 games on the docket, so we are excited to give our young ladies that opportunity, just as we continue to expand our athletic offerings for our scholar athletes. We are also in the middle of building our Hope Wellness Center, which is a multi-million-dollar gym on the bottom floor and therapy sessions on the top floor. So on the bottom floor, think of a Planet Fitness meets a D1 concept gym. So we will have turf down the middle. We'll have about 9 racks down along the side. We will have training going throughout the day, and then we will have specialized training in the evening as well. And the nice thing about the gym and Pastor Tony and Jody McCoy's vision is that the gym is not just for the scholar athletes from Hope Preparatory Academy or the church members. It's for all of the city of Groveland. So anyone in the city of Groveland will be able to use the gym we have.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was getting ready to ask. And you said something else. The Wait a minute.
NFL. Yes,
NFL.
sir. So again, our senior pastor and our founder, Dr. Tony McCoy, is a former NFL player. That's actually how I met him, was he came to speak at a school that I was at prior. And I remember him coming across the courtyard, and they were so excited to introduce him to me. And I said, I know exactly who that is. That's number 61. So I grew up as an Indianapolis Colts fan, born in Indianapolis, and Pastor Tony McCoy played for the Indianapolis Colts. So I had the opportunity to watch him as I grew up as a young man. So fast forward, seeing him, I was the local principal, being able to see him serving in different capacities. I was like, wow, this is someone who I cannot wait to have the opportunity to collaborate with.
Right, and you're doing just that. And you said so much about him and give him his flowers. Pastor Tony is doing amazing things down there in the Groveland area, in the state-of-the-art gymnasium and track and everything else.
We won't have track inside, but we will be athletic physical training. And then on the top floor, we're really excited. We are partnering with Family Life Counseling.
Okay.
We're going to be offering mental health counseling, and then we're also going to be offering ABA therapy as well, because our goal on our campus is to really nurture the whole scholar athlete and the whole community. So, you can come to Hope International Campus for church services. You can come for the high quality academics. You can come for our Nathaniel Community Center as well. That's our gym. And then you can come for the Hope Wellness Center too.
So it's like a one-stop shop.
Yes, sir. That's the goal.
Wow. Well, coach. I'm saying coach.
Listen, I'm always a coach at heart. So.
Right. Yeah, because the love that you have for students, not only athletes but the academics. So how is that looking academically when you're the head of schools and you're tying it into sports?
Absolutely. I was joking with Pastor McCoy, and I said I'm excited for my first year of first to end, because as of February, it'll be a year. So it's been a great transition and just learning a lot as the head of school and managing that role, and really, making sure that my vision is perfectly aligned and in sync with Pastor Tony McCoy's vision for Hope Preparatory Academy. So we have a daily vision, a daily mission to educate, elevate, and empower our scholars. And then we align that with our vision, which reads, through our collective belief, skill, and will, each Hope Preparatory Academy scholar will graduate with the skills necessary for success in either a college or a university, a career, or the military. So making sure that we merge those two visions and missions together while making sure that we create an elite opportunity for our scholar athletes to really have the opportunity to train at an elite level, but be fulfilled academically and fulfilled spiritually at an elite level is essential to us.
And you're doing just that, because for 2 8th graders within the county that's on a start of varsity, that's living out the mission and the vision itself. So any final words that you would like to say?
Well, we're just so blessed with the FHSAA's ruling. So any varsity sport that we do not offer at Hope Preparatory Academy, our scholars are able to participate in that sport at the local school. So currently we do not have a varsity men's football team, but we do hold football players from South Lake High School and Eastridge High School on our campus. So again, we're very aggressive in that approach. If we do not have the sport, we want to make sure to get those scholar athletes on campus so that we can train them athletically, mentally, and spiritually, and then have them go out and matriculate to the public schools to compete.
Wow, see, you just taught me something new, because I had no idea about that.
Yes,
but that
sir.
makes sense. So they were still able to come to you academically and then able to play the sports that they love at a different school within.
As long as we do not offer it. So for example, varsity basketball, we offer that. So you cannot play varsity basketball anywhere else. But baseball, we do not offer baseball, so you can come take care of your academics with us, take care of your training with us with the Wellness Center as well, and then go out. Our goal, especially for high schoolers, is to make sure that our high school athletes or scholar athletes have the opportunity to maximize their academic time, but also their athletic training within our 8-hour day. So again, that's really our vision for our scholar athletes at Hope Preparatory Academy with the Wellness Center. And we're excited to have that Wellness Center. We're anticipating the build to be complete within the second quarter of 2026.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that. Like you stated, that's going to be that one-stop shop. And I'm so excited for this year ahead when it comes to your winter games.
Yes.
You're doing a phenomenal job over there. And thank you for stopping by Sports Hub.
Thank you so much for having us. Go Trojans.
All right. Thank you all for joining Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, Plaza Cadillac, Plaza Lincoln, and Warner Family Sports Foundation. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.